everybody. Welcome to 7100. You made it. You got all the way through and you are facing your final class. It's unusual for you to end up at the final class and not have an instructor that you've had before, but I'm excited to come. I'm excited to be there. And if you've talked to any of the other people who have had me in any other classes, maybe some few, earlier cohorts, I think you'll find that I'm an okay person to close the group. I'm going to make sure you make it through. We're going to have a big celebration, so start thinking about what can I do to party and celebrate, and do I want people? Do I want alcohol? Please. Anyway, start thinking about how you want to celebrate. I would like to, sometime within the next month or so, make a phone connection with everybody. I know you're stuck in the middle of a class right now, and I certainly don't want to add stress to that. I want you to get through your arts and culture class. But I'd just like to take a few minutes to introduce myself to you, to talk to you about this class, to let you know some things about it. So first, while I have your attention, there are only two goals for this class. The first goal is to get you done, get you through, have your master's in education. The second goal is to kind of bring your cohort to a close. Okay, we've spent a lot of time building you up, bonding you into a cohesive cohort, and now it's time to kind of break those friendships down a little bit and say goodbye, and it's kind of a happy, sad time. So to go along with that, there are only two assignments. The first assignment is to create a metaphor, and that metaphor should be a metaphor for your whole journey, where you were in the beginning and where you are now. In the past, some of the metaphors people have done include like bringing a ladder in and talking about how they climbed the ladder, and each rung represented a certain time in the program. Sometimes it was a personal story, sometimes it was a certain class, maybe an aha moment, a really special project you did. But think in terms of a metaphor, climbing that ladder. A book divided into chapters. You don't need to create a huge presentation. This is very informal. You can bring a prop if you want, but the first Saturday we get together, we will be sharing our metaphor, and really my sole purpose for doing this is to get us in kind of a reflective tone, reflective mood, start kind of getting ready to say goodbye. Think about where we were at the beginning and where we are now. So that's the reflective piece. The second assignment is your actual thesis project. And because you can't turn in a project, you're going to have to turn in a paper. I know. Ugh. But don't worry, I'll help you get through it. I'll make sure your APA stuff is all okay before you submit it. I have created a template that I will be sending to you after I talk to you on the phone, or as I'm talking to you on the phone, that is divided up into the required sections. The reason I did that is so that there's no guessing game. You know exactly what I'm going to grade you on, what sections need to be in the paper. There are three that you can actually start before we ever visit or get together. There is an introduction piece. So once you know what you want to do for your final project and you visited with me and I've okayed it, you can start writing up the introduction. The introduction is your personal story. What brought you to this project? Why are you passionate about it? Maybe there's a personal story. Maybe it was an aha moment that happened in a class. Maybe it's something that as you've been journaling throughout this program, you discovered a common thread and you decided to explore it a little bit more. But the introduction is that personal story. It's first person because, again, you're telling us your story. The second part that you can really start working on that will get you a jump start is the rationale. So once we've talked on the phone here in a month or so, and I've approved your project, you can start doing the research. Look at what's out there. How does it not fill all the needs in your community? How would your project fill those needs? In other words, it's just really comparing your project to what's already out there, finding some research. I know you're all really good at that. And putting that all together into a rationale. Yes, another rationale. You're also going to create, secondly, you're going to create a rationale for the arts. It's your final one. I encourage you to go back through all those rationales, those 100 million ones you've already written. Dig out the best argument you can come up with for why use arts integration. Why arts integration in education? So your rationale is two parts. It's the arts integration piece that you've already written over and over. I want you just to pull and kind of let it evolve into your strongest, best argument you can make at this point. And then the second part of that rationale is a rationale for your actual project. Why is it needed? How will it fill those needs in the community? What does research say about the kind of focus that your project will have? Then the third part that you can actually start working on is to write up the description of your project. What is it going to look like? Remember, I'm not going to be there to see your project, so you're going to have to describe it. Okay? Who did you have to talk to? What details needed to happen before the project could come to fruition for you. So while you don't have to start those 3 sections yet, not until we speak, I wanted everybody to hear the same message. If you could email me a good phone number, good time, when you'd like to visit. I'm willing to talk to you earlier, but again, I just don't, want to overlap into your other class. I think do you have Sam, is it, with Arts and Tech, or Arts and Community? So send me a good time, good phone number, and let's visit. And together, even if you don't have an idea right now, maybe by talking we can come up with something, and that's part of my job too. So anyway, I look forward to meeting everybody. I just wanted to give you a face and a voice to go with my name, and we'll be meeting soon. Take care. Bye.